Okay, time to get back on the early morning. Drop them while they're sleeping. So, it's been I haven't done any YouTubes since last year. Um, and even though I've gone back to work at SFPD, I just kind of played possum. I've been playing possum. Sometimes you just got to let people do what they're going to do to you. And me myself, I have a lot of patience. I mean, I can get pissed off, but when you're dealing with criminal type people and have done the type of work I've done for 33 years as a police officer, you know how to handle certain things. You know how to follow the law, and you know how to eventually bring criminals to justice. Okay. Um, uh, a lot of people have been following this drama 1 year. 1 year, this HOA stuff has been going on. And for me, I've not lost one night's sleep. I actually lay in bed at night laughing. I just be laughing at the foolishness of some people that think that they can do whatever they believe that they can do and feel that once they fail that they don't have to suffer the consequences. Okay. In my case, okay, the end consequences is that I'm gonna sue the hell out of a whole bunch of people. And I'm gonna get paid. I promise y'all. It's like it is what it is, okay? And unfortunately, when I bring my lawsuit to the ranch HOA, it's going to mess up people who are trying to sell their homes here and buy in here. And um, I'm trying to tell homeowners, y'all need to wake up. You know, I mean, when certain things happen, don't be looking at me saying, "Well, why did you know, sue and all of that?" And I'm going to say, I've been putting it out as to what I was going to do. And so it's up to you, homeowners, to either get involved or find out what the hell is actually going on and start asking questions. Um, that's all I'm going to say on that part. So, real quick, uh, inside this YouTube, okay, I am going to put this invite link by link here. Um, if you wind up seeing it here on the screen and you can read it, it's HTTPS colon backslash nextdoor.com slash G slash BBG 8G3AAX slash. And this, if you're a ranch homeowner, you need to start getting into this group because I'm going to be dropping nothing but physical evidence. That's all I know how to do is bring factual stuff. Um, I know that a lot of you guys have contacted me about the issues you have with your own HOAs here in Fairfield. I've advised you to do the same thing that I've done. Some of you have paid for attorneys, been spending thousands, and you haven't got nowhere. And I'm like scratching my head as to why you're spending so much money with these lawyers and battling these HOA boards when you can do it yourself. Um, it just you, you just have to educate yourself. Case in point is with the temporary restraining order that the president of the board at the ranch got onto me last April. Okay, and then dragged it out for 8 months. She got me disarmed. From my CCW, um, and ultimately she lost. She also filed 4 false police reports on me during that time, trying to get me arrested. Fairfield police looked at it, and currently now, she's in San Francisco. The whole board, the actually the HOA attorney, the ranch, uh, the Rock Law Firm of San Francisco, uh, HOA attorney is filed a internal affairs complaint saying that I threaten and harass all the board members. Okay. Now, uh, you have to understand one thing, people. They took me to civil court for 8 months on the same thing. Okay. And then I'm going to go in here into the group and show you what the board member Jim Long uh, basically, well, not basically, he said I was butthurt, which, it's like, wow, it's, I thought we had the moderators and stuff that catch these people because I had 2 of my posts flagged, but I'm glad that they left it up there, because him being a board member and me being a homeowner, and then you coming on to my posts and basically this is what you call a hate incident, folks. You have to understand the elements of it's not a hate crime, it's an hate incident. And the fact that he came on and commented on a sexually suggestive, uh, I'm trying to say, characterization of me, he didn't realize that he committed a federal fair housing violation, retaliation, and and I'm going to say it just like this, folks. Him being a white person attacking a black person verbally in an open area with disparaging words. Uh, it's like I don't play the race card, but I am going this time because under the Fair Housing Act, I'm in a protected class, and these folks have been harassing me. Actually, I've been following the law, asking for information. See that there's a lot of discrepancy in financial stuff, and so you know they've been harassing me by taking me to court, filing police reports on me, and then now trying to get me fired in San Francisco. But I'm sorry to tell them that they're gonna fail there. So anyway, you got that. It's gonna be in this narrative. So I want to try to do this 15 minutes, but so I'm going through this real fast of what I'm going to be doing, a video for each thing. So, oh, let me jump down here. So here about the election. Okay, this was back in August. Okay, August. Yeah, this is August 2022. Supposed to do the elections, and whatnot. And so I filled out my paperwork. Okay. You see here, seats is if you'd like to nominate this, that, but they had already done this back in April. And once they find out that I was throwing my hat in, and I'm not really want to do this, but if it's going to bring change and transparency, then all you have to do when this pops up is just write my name in if you want me to be in there and start making things transparent. Okay. So and then like here, I'm going to show you guys and go through. So this is from the June 2021 election. Okay. And I am saying that fraudulent HOA election by these folks. It didn't happen. Okay. There's no proof of it. And all by the law of Senate Bill 323, they never followed through with what's required. So you see here, it says here, there being no further candidates for this year's director elections following the open candidacy period. Well, in 2021, us homeowners never got nothing. We can get a ballot, nothing, as required by law. So they got issues there. The board motioned to conclude the election via acclamation with Mr. Long and Mrs. Goodchild both retaining their seats for the term of 2 years each. And the board elected officers are, and so Sharon, she was the president, and she switched with Tina, who's the president, and uh, Jim Long, I guess, was the treasurer, and he switched, and then they began to do musical chairs. Gurnham Baines, he got in um, um, when Frank Barotti, the vice president, back in 2020, they booted him out because they wanted to say that, well, he wasn't attending the meetings. Well, I've been talking to Big Frank, and Frank's a little pissed, okay, and he wants to do something, and I'm going to help him in that area. I'm already, he's told me a lot of information about what y'all was doing, and I'm telling him what I am going to do. So Gurnham Baines, they just threw him in there out of nowhere. Well, he's in good standing or this or that. We don't know if Gurnham Baines is in good standing. That's why they say so. They didn't ask any other homeowners at that time if they wanted to be part of the board. So, what they were supposed to do, but I'm gonna hold on to that. So, when I asked for back in April of 2022, or I think it was around there. I got a line item thing that I'd asked for. I wanted to, based on Senate Bill 323, 3 homeowners should be selected to count the ballots, or a private ballot inspection company is to do the counting. Because the property managers, so if you have property managers that are still doing the voting, they ain't supposed to be doing it. And so Rich Cardosi, CNC Property, he writes back, and I'm going to go through into the minutes. Like I said, I'm going to do video on the minutes, the financial records, all of that. But he came back and says, well, we don't have no more ballots, and there's no records. Well, you're supposed to keep the ballots for about 3 years. So that was a big lie. So anyway, so that's in that area here. All right. So, but I want to go down here to let me see here. Yeah, I meant to back up. Hold on here, folks. Okay, so I want to go down to let me see here. see. Oh, here we are here. Okay, um, so right up in here, if you come down here and read here, because this is where I was opposed to the community garden. And I'm only opposed to it because I know it would piss them off and then it would make them do stupid things to me. I mean, one, it should have gone out to the public, to the whole development as to what they, as you know, before they started, putting out breaking ground and doing this and doing that. They put the cart before the horses. But as you see here, let's see, bring this up here. So right here, he says Jim Long. He says it has continued because James Lewis surveillance got butthurt. So this is the ranch secretary coming onto my post calling me butthurt, right? And so, in talking to some, and put it like this because they're gonna say, "Oh well, he's threatening this and that." No, uh, see, I'm a nonviolent person, but I was talking to some other black homeowners over here who said that had you said that to them, you would have had some major problem. So I'm not gonna even repeat what they said, but go ahead, call black homeowners buttheads. Butthurt. Just keep doing it. So let me go back here. So um where's that thing? There's so much. This just goes on. So when he yeah something else I want to bring up, but I have to dig for it. So I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, but the one thing is that so all the board members and the attorney and uh, Rich Cardosi, CNC Property. The HOA attorney name is Erica Burns of the Rock Law, and so they went and filed a internal affairs complaint on me as to exercising my rights, threats, and harassing on the cases. Like I said, that was already done. So right here, it's here, January 24th, receipt of complaint, San Francisco Police Department. I got a complaint from my HOA. They're saying that I'm threatening and harassing them, but we've already gone to court. You've already filed for police reports. You had a temporary restraining order to where after 8 months of them lying and, and I could have easily got rid of it sooner. But like I said, sometimes you just have to just sit back and let people violate your rights. Okay, that's how things. Don't get mad. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't do anything physical. Don't threaten weapons. It's hard, but sometimes you have to play the victim because in the end, you get paid. So, so enough of there. Oh, I said I got sidetracked. So let me go back to buttheads. And I got so much stuff here. So on here, so it could be not butthead, butthurt. So on here, let me go here. So that was a couple of weeks ago. All right. And go to my phone here. All right. So that was a couple of weeks ago. But on January 1st, he texts me, Jim Long. This is Jim Long. Y'all see this. James Long. Uh, just out of the blue. Now, first off, I ain't Boo Boo the Fool, okay? You have already filed a complaint on me with San Francisco Police Department Internal Affair, and then now you want to sit down? You and I need to sit down and have a chat And so just pretty much here, I'm just gonna just go through here. Uh, and that says normally at this point, I would say no, based on the past year. I'm going out on a limb and say that the attorney contacting SFPDIA was not part of your doing. Okay. You affirm that. Okay. I said, you affirm that, then we can talk. Just so you know, I am not even worried, as that's a major liability problem for the HOA and Erica Byrne. I am also going to assume this is a conversation away from the board. Affirmation of that, then yes, regardless, on my side, I will be telling a few people so there's no surprises on my side. So, not that I was going to meet with them because I'm being investigated by SFPD Internal Affairs against him. But he wants to meet with me on the side. So here he is. He says, nobody knows I contacted you to want to talk. You just let me know where and when, and we can sit down. Okay. So I'm going to stop there because I started playing around with him, making him think I was going to meet with him, but I was just getting him to just type more. See? So how you gonna wind up trying to meet with me after you didn't file a complaint? Now, I said you might not be part of it, but the fact that I didn't meet with them, then you see the fact that I started getting back on the board, I became butthurt. But okay, this part right here. Thank you, Mr. Long. You a board member. Okay. Y'all been retaliating and doing all this. Okay, keep on. Keep on. All right. So let me jump down here. All right. So I got a bunch of stuff here. So on on this garden, okay. Uh Once I put out, now that they come out with this February 23. But I'm going to show y'all the inconsistencies with these, with all these. Okay. I'm going to do just a thing on the newsletters. I already got that all queued up. And I'm going to show y'all some interesting stuff. But they don't realize that the newsletters under the corporate law are official documents and not to be fabricated or put information out that is not true. I'm going to tear them up on a bunch of stuff there. Okay. Let me go over here. I'm gonna go through the summary budget that all the homeowners should have gotten. I only got this because I went to that meeting last November over at Denny's, and in the other newsletter, they said that everybody's going to get the copy of the CCNRs and the 2023 financial budget copies. Nobody has gotten it yet. I only got this and some other homeowners because we went to that meeting. So they claim that they're going to mail it out, but this is February what 11th, and homeowners haven't gotten the copies of the CCNRs, draft number 4 that's supposed to be done. So moving on. Um, let's see here. So you guys remember that I was talking about the security cameras, and we know why that them are security cameras. Because I was doing the security cameras, and they want to say that I'm pissed off because I lost the contract. No, that's not it. I got pissed off to the fact that you had Ryan Boyce Security, working on the camera system at the same time that I was and didn't tell. So you was paying him. Then you beat me out half my money from Lewis Surveillance. And this is how this all started. It has nothing to do with losing the contract. So anyway, so if you wind up going back, okay, and I'm going to bring this up for this 20. So you remember that they changed the codes all around, and so now this is like 6582. It was 6585, 6587. That's illegal. You're creating new accounts, closing accounts, and moving money around. Okay. So they did security cameras, then they went to security camera monitoring to when they were paying themselves. But then when I busted them out, you remember they came out, oh no, we're not paying ourselves and this and that. Now in 2023, it's back to security camera maintenance. But you know what? Peep this out, okay? Peep this out. So, I'm going through the budget and I'm looking. Oh, and going back to that to the garden thing, they put inside the newsletter about I know I'm jumping and I shouldn't be doing so much of this right now, but uh like I said, this is gonna open a lot of you home. I'm hoping it's gonna open your eyes and see what these people are doing. So here it says homeowners are asking if the garden will need a full membership vote and it will not require a membership vote. Now, where is the rules of that? They haven't even put that out. They're just making this stuff up as they go. If the cost of the garden exceeds 5% of our annual budget, that will require a vote. Okay, so jumping back to the budget. Okay, so we go over here, back to the budget. All right. So remember, I said security camera maintenance, 20,000. Boom. Uh, so let's go. So I was going on down and I was looking. So this reserve study, so the current fully funded reserve balance. Okay. So I'm I'm gonna tell you, I'm ignorant when it comes to this, and so I haven't had time to really dig into as to the reserve balance, but somebody kind of explain it to me. But I think they're playing on words as to when they say 5%, if it doesn't exceed 5% of the budget, the annual budget. So I think the total budget here is what, 262, 680. Okay. And so if it doesn't exceed 5%, okay, well, they haven't even said what the cost is yet. I heard initially it was $40,000. Okay. That's what people were telling me. So, um, yeah, but now it's gonna be funded by grants. They said grants with an S, grants, but they haven't said what type of grants that they're getting, and how homeowners should be involved in knowing what those grants are. So, but then I kept on going. I'm like, read. I've read through the whole thing. Okay, and a lot of it, I'm just, how they coming up with these numbers, and then so I'm going down. I'm looking, wood fence replacement, 200 wood fence replacement, 226,000 dollars. Would okay, that that had stopped me, and I'm trying to like figure out, okay, wood fences. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where these wood fences are. Okay, so keep on going. I'm going. How long I've been? Damn, it's gonna be 30 minutes. Okay, it's my channel. I do what I want. I talk 1:35 a.m. in the morning. So anyway, so going down. Yellow highlighted items are expected to require attention in this initial year. Yellow. See, it's always landscaping. It's always landscaping. Okay, it's always landscaping. See, that's what Frank Barati told me. He says these women, that's all they want to do is landscape. Okay, so I'm going on down. So So replace that. Play bench, replace, place. So I'm going down, and let's see here. Where is that? Okay, so as a reserve study balance, da 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 da, whatever the heck that is, I got to figure that out. How about I didn't pass it up? So let's see, pavement and roads. Let's see here. Nope, I passed it up. Hold on, folks. I want to say what it is until I have it right in front of me. I think I moved too fast. I think it's close to the fence. So let me go back up. So they bought up $55, jump from 48. So they did it like twice, which, drinking found trash, receptacles. Hold on, that's it. Entry. Let me go back. Where the heck are you? Where did I even put it in? Here we go. I'm sorry, folks. 305 security system replace $25,000. So it's 20,000 for security maintenance. Okay, remember this, folks. Back up. Security camera maintenance 20,400, but they say security system replace 25,000. I'm gonna tell you. This camera system doesn't need to be replaced. These cameras and stuff is put in 2018, and those cameras that Lewis Surveillance put in have 5 years warranty on them. However, when they booted Lewis Surveillance out and they touched the cameras, that voided the warranty. But however, those cameras are going to last. I'll tell you that Brian Boyce, Boy Security, he's only an IT guy that works up there at Firestone here in Fairfield. He's not a security guy. Okay, ask him for his credentials, and all he's gonna be able to show you is probably he's a Microsoft level, whatever the heck certification, but he's not a security guy. And the cameras have been in maintenance since he last touched it. So anyway, so let me get off of that. Over here. So I got that. So did that. The wrench minutes, just like I said. I'm gonna go through all the minutes from. See, they didn't realize when I was asking all of this stuff how I was gonna come back to haunt them. But and then you see here like Rich Carducci Association Manager. Now there is no law as to the minutes being not signed, but the secretary of the association. Why is Rich Cardosi, the property manager, putting his name on all the minutes? That's where they're gonna have a problem. Y'all got a problem. All right. And so and then the falsification, this is where they go to the board. This kind of who appeared at the meeting and camera monitoring is still not available. See, this right here is falsification of documents. See, this is how they got Lewis Surveillance out. Every minute I'm gonna go through. Okay, let me see here. 2021, yeah. So, they already started with bids for new contractor, and I'm gonna go deep into this, but right here is falsification of corporate documents, and I and Lewis Surveillance are going to prove that every one of these board members had access to it, and it was working. Imagine that. So this is a lie right there. That's a lie. All right. Okay. So let me go on over here. Okay. So here I did prior to me getting taken to court. Okay, this is to the OAG Office of the Attorney General, Department of Justice, California. So, but if you look here, okay, see, this is what I submitted to the court in April 4th of 2022 when the ranch president of the board, Tina Encarnacion, took me to court for harassment and threats because I was asking for all this information about the criminal activity that they was doing. And here, okay, this is what I gave the court. I swore under penalty and perjury that this is true. Okay, I put it in my statements. The case was thrown out. So, yes, I'm saying, okay, I found it enough and said, I don't know if I was drunk or sleepy, but but this I was using a typewriter, that old typewriter that this form it just not where you could just drop it in. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I did it, okay? And the fact that I'm saying that yes, criminal activity has been committed by these board members, and that's why they did the TRO last year. This is why they lied and did 4 false police reports on me. And this is why today, February the 11th, 2023, that the ranch HOA board members left Fairfield, California, Solano County, and went to San Francisco Police Department Internal Affairs to file a complaint on me that I was threatening and harassing them. Okay, so you see this here, Office of the Attorney General. Okay, now look, the whole HOA board as a whole and the crimes, they almost affect 300 homeowners who are unaware that they are victims. Just to name a few of the allegations that I can put together is 503 PC embezzlement, misappropriated funds, 485 PC theft of property, 8215 of the Corp Code, 8333 of the Corp Code, 7514 of the Corp Law. I put all those elements and where it happened inside my third statement, inside my in the TRO. A lot of the information that they have not given me under right here, this one right here. This is how you get this stuff done, folks, with the HOA. This one right here. Okay, don't worry, I have to give you the records. All right, so they have not given me the additional, but I threw another one. So here is the this sideways, but this is the TRO. But here's the biggie. Okay, right here. All right, October the 3rd, 2022, court order, harassment denied, Tina Encarnacion case thrown out. So that's why they in San Francisco. And so I redid the line item request. Okay, so it starts off like this, people. All right, in accordance with California Corporate Code 8333. I want the county minutes. Well, this is word for word I copy from the legislative sheet of the Attorney General's office. Okay, go to the housing laws. This Google house California housing complaints, and it's going to take you right to the Attorney General's office. Okay, and so here I want copies of the 2021 the ranch board of directors candidacy ballots, but I already got a thing from Rich from before, which was live, so I'm hit them again. But they also had what's it trying to say? I lost my train of thought there. Name, phone, private contractors who counted the ballots as per Senate Bill 323 as of January 1st, 2020. Okay. This was 2021. They should have been following the California state law. They didn't. They stole the election. They stole it from the homeowners. I want copies of the CCNR drafts number 1, 2, and 3. I have 4. Uh, if you do not have it, I told them contact the Rock Law firm for them because that's who's doing it. Then I wanted the full payment amount, okay, of the Rock Law firm, okay, and the copies of C, the HOA tax return, last 7 years. So we should have that. I want to physically see them. I'm entitled to see those because I'm a homeowner here. I've been living here for 20, going on 21 years. So I'm part of the HOA, so I get to see those. All approved minutes, okay. Documents relating to the design, payment, and funding of the ranch community garden that has not been approved by the membership as of yet. So she wants to throw in the president. She wants to throw in that. Oh well, no, if it's only 5%, if it doesn't exceed 5%, then we don't need a vote. Boo doo doo. Okay. So I put this in January 24th. Okay. I sent this in. Okay. Now, peep this. Okay. Peep this. All right. So Tuesday, January 24th. I send this. Okay. Let me go to my Outlook. Ranch. Okay. And then we're gonna go to, let me see, Erica Burns. Say, this is how you keep records, folks. This is, let me see, there is, oh, okay, here we go. Boom. Okay. So that was December the 24th. I'm out. I said January. Did I say January? But it's December. So bring you back up over here. So boom. Yeah. That was actually December the 24th. I made a boo-boo there. December the 24th. But it was, let's see here. Get back to my Outlook. And so I forwarded that on the 9th. So it was the 24th. So she sent this to me. So consider this for all documents. So yeah, I wound up sending this here on the December the 15th. I don't know how I got my dates wrong. I might have had too many cocktails, y'all. I might have been typing under the influence or something, but people make mistakes and you correct it. In a court of law, it'd be corrected. So so this came I forward that, but oh, hold on. I'm trying to get the original date. Let me close some of these. I can close some of these now. Cause I'm about to shut it down. Okay, so this was, yeah, so I said that on the 25th. She wind up smelling this on the 21st. And then I got the complaint. Well, I'll go into that. So I've been on here for 43 minutes, so I'm gonna just shut this down. Get my Outlook. Yes, I'm gonna be making a federal complaint as well as continuing on with the original OAG complaint. Okay, so let me close this out. Close that out. And just like I said, I'm gonna put the link into for the group. Join the group. Um, see here. I'll grab that. So with that said, it's only 25 members in there, but like 10 of y'all joined up like the last week. Oh, and my YouTube on Jim Long, bring me back my stolen property. That's like 1,100 views. When I put that out, 1,100 of y'all looked at that. 10 of y'all liked it. So, um, so I'm be coming back with some major evidence. So let me copy this and put this in narratives. And so 45 minutes of yapping where I wanted to do 15, but each of these areas, I'm going to be doing a video on it. So with that, let's see who wins the Super Bowl because I'm in a pool. How many are in a pool? I'm in a pool. Last year I won 1,500 quarter. So I'm hoping. So anyway, good night.